Okay, I am going to run my week 8 area circle exception code just so you can see what is supposed to be happening. And I adjusted the words just so it didn't say like enter x1, y1, x2, y2, just to make it more understanding because we talked about before about how many of you didn't quite understand what was happening with this particular code. So we're going to enter the x value for the center point of the circle. And let's say I said the center point, I'm going to do 5, and the y value for the center point is going to be 6. So now it's asking me the next question, which is enter the x value for a point on my circle. Let's say I just put the letter B instead. Now do you see it says, please enter an integer, and then it asks me the same question again. So this is where the looping happens. You had your code in a while circle and you needed to make a new method. And your new method was to catch an error to see if the person did not enter the correct information. And I can't get out of this until I enter an integer. So it's going to keep looping me because it's going to keep saying that I need to stay in this loop until I type an integer. And when I type an integer, then I pop out of the loop, and now I'm getting the y value for a point in my circle. And again, if I put a letter in by mistake, it's still not going to let me out. It's going to keep asking me the exact same question until I enter an integer. It's not going to like it until I say, okay, I'll type my last integer, and then it can finally produce the output. So that's sort of what you guys are working on. And I want to remind you that what it says here in the directions, so it's saying, exception handling should cover all the types of error conditions that a program can anticipate, such as input-related exceptions or file exceptions if it was the wrong type of file. So for this one, we're doing certain ones, and it depends on how you're calling your method. So if I'm doing the reader.next int, then I could get an input mismatch exception error. If I do integer.parseInt using the scanner, then the error message would be number format exception. So it depends how you're getting your information, what error you need to have. And you need to have, so it says try. So down here where it says exception name, if I'm getting my information by reader.nextInt, I need to put input mismatch exception there. If I'm getting my information using the scanner, I need to put number format exception error. So